out of all of the years to pick for this, 2020, just 2020. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm reviewing the brand new show or movie on Netflix, and this weekend, a lot of stuff came out, but one of them that I got to a bit later is a show called Japan Sinks 2020. It's a brand new anime. Cannot wait to talk about it. A lot of things to talk about, and I need you in the comments down below. Were you looking forward to this? Was it terrifying? Let's talk about it. You have an ordinary family who is put to the test as a series of massive earthquakes throw Japan into total mayhem. From the director of Devilman Crybaby, the first anime adaptation of the best-selling science fiction novel, this is Japan Sinks 2020. So this has been tackled before. The original source material spawns from 1973, and again, the year 2020, I mean, just the coincidence is ridiculous. But a difference that I'm reading about is the fact that this show, compared to other adaptations, focuses more on the personal relationships, and it really builds up an individual character or a family of characters in every episode and continues these storylines of different individuals only for tragedy to strike in multiple different ways and fashions. So this is a non-spoiler review. I can't really get into detail what made me so emotional about this show, but I will not lie. Combining the beautiful, simplistic, but beautiful animation that I thought was just really well done with the intro, by the way. The intro to this show, which is something I normally don't hit on, is awesome. I just loved it. But then you give us these emotions that spawn from these relationships. That is something that you do see in anime, but not this level of emotion because of this tragic thing that's happening surrounding them. And it does, in a way, feel like, you know, your big blockbuster movies, your 2012s, your Day After Tomorrows. Things are going crazy with nature. The earth is throwing up gas and magma, the ground splitting open, things come back together in a strange fashion. It is just chaos. And our only option here with those that are in this show is to just press on, even after the most tragic things happen. And I'm talking all sorts of tragedy. Characters that you build up, and you're like, yes, something happens, and it happens in the most shocking and disorienting way possible. And you're left a bit upset, but you understand because of the situation that they're in, and that's what I really enjoyed about this show. It throws all sorts of curveballs at you pretty consistently throughout the runtime, and you combine that with just an escalation. There is no de-escalation with this show. The first episode, honestly, is really subtle compared to the rest of the show. And even the first episode, you have the plane crash, you have the confusion that runs through that. It is just this force of momentum and twists and turns within the plot. You have these crazy images, pure devastation. And because some of those things happen so quickly, there is little time for us to maybe mourn for the characters that we need to mourn for. So I do think it moved a little quick in that fashion. And I feel as if I've seen this story, similar aspects to this story before. It's something that I've seen hit on plenty of times. Now, I've never seen Devilman Crybaby. I know it's extremely popular, and I've seen fans say, well, you should have expected something on this level if you've seen that. Well, I haven't, so I had no clue what I was going into. And then I look at Devilman's Crybaby and see what that's about, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So you can see, understandably, where all of this craziness is spawning from. But I think a show like this, a disaster anime show with these different types of families with different backgrounds, and they're all blending and clashing. And one thing about this show is you see some turn into heroes. We're going to do whatever it takes to save these lives or to get to safety or to lead these people. And then sometimes when tragedy strikes, your bad side comes out. And you're not the nicest person in the world. And you're saying, listen, you're a child, get out of my way, I'm going to save myself. So you get that. It comes in both ways, both forms and fashions within this show. Again, it's not perfectly executed. I wish the execution was a bit better. I wish we would have slowed down at times. And even though this show clearly focuses on those relationships, maybe even given some things time to breathe I think that would have added a lot to this show. And sometimes the hopelessness and the disparity becomes too much, and it almost makes it feel a bit artificial, not as real as they're intending, which is unfortunate, especially with, once again, the gorgeous animation, the wonderful music, the sound design, this and that. So I do believe there could have been things tweaked and turned a bit, but I still had a good time watching it. A good time. I had a time watching it, that's for sure. I thought it was gorgeous to watch, and I do think a lot of anime fans are going to get plenty out of it. So if you guys enjoyed this review, you'd like to see more anime reviews, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'm going a solid 7 out of 10, a 70% for Japan Sinks 2020. Man, let's keep this in the fictional world, please. 2020, please. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching, leaving your comments. I appreciate all of the support. And again, stay tuned because more reviews to come today and some earlier.